I'm supposed to be a princess,
With
Caleb.
my unicorn.
I'm supposed to have a castle.
I want pigtails.
My mom told me this.
Where is my happy ending?
And welcome to The Rebellion, the show taking the fight to self-entitlement. We are your hosts, the Bradford Brothers.
I'm Caleb.
I'm Josh, and we're
Welcome.
Welcome, guys.
Episode 6.
Or,
I'm sorry.
right, you made a promise last time.
6.
Oh, God, that was so
That was all
bad.
right.
You damn Yank.
Yeah, sorry, my Irish brothers. I'm a wee Yank who doesn't. Yeah, it just gets worse.
Like
It's
German,
just, Anyway, I can do German. Zex.
Yeah.
Put the guys in the car. No.
It just gets worse. Just stop. And then welcome
Anyway,
to the
episode
Rebellion.
6. Welcome to the Rebellion. Woo! So, super excited. Before we get to, what was the title, Josh?
Yeah, episode 6, the story of your life.
But before we get to the story of your life, little housekeeping.
Oh, I'm pumped. I'm so
excited. So excited. We got 2 more reviews, guys. Thank you. Number 1 goes to There Also. And the title of his review is The Rebellion.
like
4
that.
stars.
Right.
4 stars.
We're going to earn that 5th.
We coming after that, number 5.
We know it was a typo.
Right. I mean, it may not have been a typo, but
But we're going to work extra
earn
hard.
it. We're going to earn it because that's what we do around here.
That's right.
We earn stuff. This is what the show's about. You don't give me 5. I'm not entitled to 5. I'm gonna get that 5 though. I'm just telling you. They're also we coming after you. But thank you anyway because it's a beautiful review. It goes a little something like this. Great chemistry between the 2 brothers as they discuss various topics that encourage Americans, millennials, to wake up, discuss, and change things about your life and your country that aren't working.
Hey.
Wonderfully said.
Yeah, thank
Wonderfully
you,
said.
actually, because that is what we're trying to say.
They're also
Hit it on the head.
nailed it. Number 3. Amazing!
Oof.
2 exclamation points.
I like
He didn't
that.
just give us 1, he gave us 2.
He's excited.
904. I'm sorry. Iceman 904. I got a little dyslexia kicked in for a second.
Yeah.
Anyway, Iceman 904, thank you. And your review goes a little something like this. Wasn't quite sure what the rebellion would consist of. I'm sure glad I gave it a listen. I can't wait to listen to these in the car. Our generation seems so different than those before us. The world has changed so much in the past 100 years. This sense of entitlement you speak of is very much alive in the people my age. But that won't change without people like y'all to reveal the truth. Keep up the great work, guys. Subscribed.
Thank you, Iceman.
Thank you, Iceman. Thank you, Iceman, not only for the review, but for the subscription. Guys, this is the fuel that feeds the fire.
Yeah.
You are not alone, and we are coming together, and the movement has begun, and the movement only grows stronger day by day. The downloads go up, and the reviews come in, and it just gives us the feedback that we need that we're doing the right thing. So we appreciate it, and we wouldn't be anywhere without y'all. So please continue to review, subscribe, listen, share. It is the coal that fires the train of change.
I like that. The
Woo,
train of change. You better get on board before you get left behind.
Little shout out to Noah Bradford.
Yeah, chugga.
You know what station I'm talking about, baby.
Yeah.
Anyway, the story of your life. Take you home.
Yeah, no, that's just the title, the story of your life, no song.
I got excited. Sorry.
Anyway.
I've always wanted to be a rock star, pop star, boy band.
There's a reason you're on
The
podcast.
symbol.
Yeah, there's a reason you're on the podcast.
Yeah, it's because I can't sing.
That's right.
why. They just gave me a microphone to talk and didn't say nothing about singing. But so the story of your life, Josh. Tell me a little something about what that's about.
Right. So the theme of episode 6 is the story of your life. It's something I think everybody listening can relate to. We are pretty much conditioned from an early age to believe that, your life is a Hollywood story. So when we look at our lives, through the same lens that we would look at a Hollywood movie or a good story from an author we like, or really whatever entertainment you like.
Your venue of choice.
Your venue of choice. When you look at it like that, you're often let down by your life.
Per se disappointed?
Right. I mean, if you think about it, life is kind of boring. There's no freaking drones just blowing stuff up while you're running to some background music, and
And if it is exciting, it's probably not the exciting you like. It's the exciting of like, oh, great, like all this bad stuff just happened.
My car broke down, I got fired, and now I got to figure out how to get home.
And my cat's got cancer.
Right. So there is a way to get beyond the disappointment of that story. You have to just realize that there are instructions that come along with the story. And so that brings us to point number 1.
Which is?
Well,
can you hit me right in the face?
So I may not be the first to coin this phrase.
I think you are. I'm going to give you credit.
But if there are any trademark people listening out there, my name is Joshua Bradford.
$1,000.
Yeah, I would like $1,000 every time somebody says this. I'm calling it the Disney message.
The Disney message.
So the Disney message goes something like this. Every little girl / little boy.
You and your slashes.
Yeah, gotta be PC. Every little girl / little boy.
This is the show where PC dies, right?
Right. Well, we're gonna get to it. We're gonna kill it. Every little girl / little boy is a little princess / little prince.
Where's my castle?
Right. And okay. Let's cut that would be great.
Oh, fantastic.
We're both fathers.
And we both come from a royal bloodline.
That's right. Noble blood.
But guess what? I didn't get no castle.
Right.
I don't have no title. I'm not no Duke Lord. It'd be nice if I was. If I went back like 500 years, I'd be the stuff.
You know what would be nice is if the Disney message came with instructions.
Well, we can't get to the instructions before we change the message. Because the instructions is the second part. The message has to change first. The message that they continue to proliferate is magic or luck, or there's a genie or a fairy godmother, and everything's going to be okay because there's always going to be this happy ending. Your life is just going to work out no matter what happens into this pretty little box with a sweet pink bow on top, and flowers will bloom out of the ashes. And unfortunately, that's not reality. Disney, I feel, and I have 4 daughters, like mentioned before, who love movies that the Disney Channel produces that, sing every song and drive me absolutely freaking crazy sometimes with it. And I have to watch 16 plays a day when I'm off. Which is rare, but they never give a story. There's never a story with actual hard work. There's never a reward for going out and doing the hard, because it's boring.
Right. Hard work doesn't sell.
Right. So here's my pitch, Mr. Disney. Can you play old Walt for me for a minute, Josh?
Oh yes.
Mickey Mouse.
Please present me to your idea.
Oh, well, let me tell you something there, Walt. I got a pitch for you. It's a pitch about little Jimmy.
Okay, let me hear.
Yeah, little Jimmy. He was a young lad.
Okay.
Young lad that grew up in an orphanage. And in that orphanage, he ran away one day.
Oh no, that's so sad.
He was about 5 years old. Are you following me, Walt? 5 years old, he runs away. He runs away and he goes to the local baseball stadium.
Oh, I do love baseball.
Yes, he sneaks in, watching the old Brooklyn Braves.
Right, oh, yeah, right. Yes, my favorite team, the home field advantage in
Orlando,
Florida.
The Brooklyn Braves. He goes and he runs away, he sneaks into the Brooklyn Braves stadium, and he says, I'm going to be a Brave one day. I don't have no parents. I don't have no luck, but I'm going to be a Brave one day. So, you know what little Jimmy does?
He gets a genie.
No, he doesn't get a damn genie. He gets some gumption.
Oh, what's that?
Let me tell you. So as little Jimmy, he's snuck into the stadium and he's evading, the ticket masters. And little Jimmy, he sneaks his way down. He shifts and he bobs and he weaves and he finally gets down. And there's a security guard. The security guard, he's blocking the way. That doesn't make little Jimmy stop. Little Jimmy says, no. Little Jimmy's going to be a brave. Little Jimmy's going to be a Brooklyn brave. And he takes the security guard and he throws some peanuts. Distracts him. Throws a smoke bomb and drops down into the dugout. Little Jimmy's only 6 years old.
I thought you said he was 5.
Well, he was 5, but it was a long walk down. So little Jimmy, he's down.
Gumption takes time.
Yes, gumption takes time. It's hard work. So little Jimmy's 6. He gets into the dugout. Well, the Brooklyn Braves, they say, oh, look at this little lad. He's a cute little boy. You know what? We'll give him a break. He can wash our cleats. So little Jimmy's dream for the next 25 years. He watches the Braves. He practices. Takes a couple bowls to the face. A bat to the knee. But it doesn't stop little Jimmy. Little Jimmy keeps practicing. He keeps trying. He keeps working. And 25 years later, you know what happens to little Jimmy?
No, tell me what happens.
He gets his little break. He gets a home run. They said they run out of people. The Brooklyn Braves, they got nothing. And they say, little Jimmy ain't so little no more. Give him a shot. He stands up to the plate. He struck out 1,000 times. And little Jimmy, in this moment, he hits a home run. Changes his life forever. Little Jimmy's not little Jimmy anymore. Now he's Jimmy McBatman. He's Jimmy McHomerun. He's Jimmy, I'm a winner. Why? Not because of magic, not because of a genie. He's Jimmy McWinner because he took 20 years of getting kicked in the dirt and didn't quit. That is a story, Mr. Walt. Will you take it?
No.
Why?
There's no magic.
And there, my friends, lies the problem with the Disney message. There's just no magic to reality. You have to get kicked in the face and keep going. You have to persevere through whatever trials may lay. When you don't have any ounce of desire to do the things that it takes and you get up and you do them, that's when you know you're doing the right thing. That's when you know you have made it, not success-wise, but you've made it mentally. Because the times that you overcome that, you're on the path. You figured it out. You understand your plan. You believe in what you are doing, and that's where true success lies. There's no genie, there's no luck, there's no happy ending until you understand that to get to your happy ending takes a lot of sacrifice and a lot of work.
Right. You may end up washing cleats, but one day you're going to get to swing.
Right. And you may swing 1,000 times and miss. But the second you stop swinging is the second that you are guaranteed failure. As long as you're still swinging, you got a shot. So, on to point number 2.
Point number 2 for this evening. The result of the Disney message. Expectations for your happy ending. And I don't want to I know for the past 5 episodes we've talked about, millennials having self-entitlement, right? And this is the show.
This is the show fighting self-entitlement.
Right, this is the show taking the fight to self-entitlement. But when you have expectations that you are deserving of a happy ending, just it's guaranteed to you. Because
you're a princess,
right? You're a prince. You're a princess. That's what happens.
I think we should just stick with princess,
right? Yes. If you believe that, you probably are a princess. Anyway, when you believe that you're just deserving of that because you're a princess, it's just there's no reason to work hard. Prince Charming's gonna bust through that window, ride you off until the sunset on his steed, dragging a dead dragon.
It's a white steed too. It's not even a mixed breed. It's pure white.
Right, Prince
the
Charming.
Light shines off of his breastplate, and blinding to the eyes of darkness, he is here to save.
And the best part, Princess, you don't have to do any work. Prince Charming already did it. He killed the dragon.
Hell, not work.
No.
The only thing I got to do is sleep.
That's right.
I'm going to lay in this bed and sleep and look fine.
Oh, that'd be great if it was true.
God, wouldn't it?
Man.
I would love to just, I was telling somebody this today. I cannot remember the last time that, like, sleeping in was an option.
Yeah, no, I mean, that was, God, before I had kids. Like, even when I haven't had a good job, it's, you know. So anyway, I want to present a couple ideas to you.
Present them to me.
For point number 2. First being, Caleb.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm still awake.
Good stories don't write themselves.
What?
Right.
Listen, I don't know if you know this, but every great creative writer gets spontaneous inspiration.
No, I don't know that.
Just go ask, I don't know, Shakespeare.
Well, some conspiracies there that we'll cover in Conspiracy Corner.
When are we going to launch Conspiracy Corner?
That'll be in the bonus material.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. When's the bonus material coming, Josh?
You're the CEO. I don't know. You tell me.
I think we got about 2 weeks.
Yeah, I think.
And then you're going to start hearing some mini episodes, some bloopers, some bonus material.
Right. We'll shoot for episode 8. Episode 8, we'll start.
Between 8 and 9 or 7 and 8?
Between 8 and 9, we'll start releasing some of the bonus material for you guys.
You heard it here first, guys. For the faithful listeners from the beginning, you're in for a treat. Between 8 and 9,
get some good stuff.
Hey, you said it on air. We're held to it now.
Right, because we could edit it out, but we won't.
No, we won't, because we're what? About what, Josh? Here?
We're about truth.
About truth.
Hashtag truth juice. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and
at
Facebook.
rebellioncaleb.com.
Yeah, hashtag truth.
I mean, not .com. At rebellioncaleb. There's no .com behind my Twitter handle.
Anyway, back on track. Went off road.
Whoop whoop.
That's that old train a coming. Good stories don't write themselves, Caleb.
No, they don't, Josh.
There's no such thing as spontaneous creativity guaranteed to success. I
won't say there's no such thing, because there are times, even when I'm writing, and yes, Caleb does write. If you haven't heard, we have a blog at therebellionshow.com, and there's a blog post up there right now, and I got some more coming, and there's you can go to calebratford.com and see some of my other blog posts there. But when you write, there is, just like in any sport, there's what you call the zone. Like, that's when I would say spontaneous creativity just starts flowing through you, and you're writing and writing and writing, and the next thing you know, 3 hours have passed. But the other 99% of the time, there's what I like to call work-driven creativity, because the truth is, yes, sometimes the juice just flows, and it's like, great idea, good storyline, plot point, twist, oh, climax. But the majority of the time, it's like, oh, this screen won't quit blinking at me. And you just have to, people, I guess, I don't know, but from my previous experiences before I really dove into writing, I just assumed writers just wrote, like it just was like a thing they did. Like, I got up, I walked to the kitchen, and I made myself breakfast. Writers got up and they went and wrote a book, and then, when you start trying to do it yourself, you're like, holy mackerel. I thought I had all these ideas, and then I sit in front of the screen, and it's like I got ice on my brain. Well, how do you get past that? Well, you get past it by just doing it. You write like 6 lines of crap, and then you go and delete them, and then you write like 3 lines of, it's all right. Then you go to delete those, and then you write like 25 lines of, okay, all right. Then you delete like half of it, and you rearrange it, and you restructure it, and then you get like 6 lines of, that's pretty good. And then you get, and that's the process, and you just work, and then like you'll get a moment, inspiration, 50 lines of awesome, or what you think's awesome, and then you go back and you you reread it like 25 minutes after the sweat has poured from the brow, and you think all your awesomeness is now, your soul is on this page. Then you go back and you look and you're like, oh, well, maybe that wasn't awesomeness, but it was good. And that's the way the creative process works. Like the majority of the time, you're not just going to be like sitting there like, ding! The heavens have connected with my mind, and my creativity is now one with the universe, and I have lightning from Zeus. Like, it's more like, oh, God, I have to make 500 words make sense. Hold on, let me vomit on this page 16 times, and then, we'll get like 30 words that are good. I mean, it's
a mess, folks.
It's the reality. It's the reality.
Work is messy.
Yeah, there's nobody that's like, oh, yeah, hey. Good job. It's not the way it goes. I mean, so take it outside of writing. Josh, if somebody were to come to you with a problem,
yes,
in your occupation,
happens more than once a day,
and they were like, hey, Josh, fix this problem for me right now, go. Is there going to be some mysterious force that's like going to come out of the sky and seep down into your upper spinal cord?
I wish.
You're just going to be like, blah, inspiration.
I wish that would make me a better logistics manager.
How's it normally go, though?
So it usually goes more like, maybe can't fix it right now. I'm not instantaneous, but let me do some research on the problem. Let me grind through it a little bit, tumble it if it was a rock, tumble it through,
polish the edges,
polish it up a little bit, and figure out what exactly is going on.
Don't you miss rock tumblers?
Oh God, 90s baby, 90s.
They make rock so pretty.
And after doing the work, I may be able to find a solution. Maybe I won't. Who knows? Maybe I have to take it to another level, but I'm sure as hell not going to find it just by standing there looking pretty.
Inspiration. I mean,
my boss might slap me.
I might slap myself. Like, if that was how I was determined to produce all content, I'm sorry, guys, but it would take a lot longer than a week to hear podcast to podcast.
Right.
Because if we're just looking for inspiration, like, that ended 6 episodes ago.
Right.
Just throwing it out there. Anyway, moving on. What's our next point, Sir Taylor?
So, point number 2,
that might be your new name on the show.
Hashtag Sir Taylor.
Hashtag Sir Taylor.
So, point number 2 on under point number 2.
So it's like 2.2.
Right, 2.2. Allow me to present to you, Caleb, the idea that sitting idle only results in more sitting.
What?
Right. Little Confucius. Not the guy's name, but we'll use it.
I thought you were going to go like Kung Fu.
Yeah, Kung Fu Panda, Jack Black.
Yeah. What was Kung Fu The Legend Continues? That was a show I watched when I was a kid with Poppy, but too young. Little Confucius. Confucius, say?
Basically, the idea, and it kind of leads back to the first point here, that unless you're willing to do something, you're not going to see any results. The only result you're going to get from waiting around is you're going to be standing there waiting around.
Well, and let me take it to the next level. So we're not talking about maybe necessarily inspired creativity. We're talking about, like, you've had your creative moment, but now we're going to execute.
Right.
And this execution is either going to happen with no preparation, which is how most of the time it happens, and people are like, oh, I tried. Or there's going to be preparation and you find success. And let me break this down on a more relatable level.
Go for it.
So, for me, when I think of things sometimes, I think of them in military terms because that was part of my life for a little bit. And, war had a, life-changing effect on me. Not saying that I'm like some war hero, but anybody that deploys can tell you that you never kind of look at the world the same. Well, one of the truths that you learn through that experience is there is people who want to execute without training, and then there are people who train to execute. And what I mean by that is when you're young and you're like gung-ho, I'm going to go kill. Blood makes the green grass grow, Sergeant. Like, really, kill, eh? You're all of like 18 and a half. And you're going to go kill.
That's how you know you're still young, when you're using half years.
Yeah. You can't buy a beer for another 2.5 years. But you're going to go kill. Okay. All right. And I'm not making fun. Like, I was that guy. But the reality is, no matter how gung-ho you are, if you're not prepared for this situation, you're going to get the crap knocked out of you. You are going to die. There's a great story about this young Marine, and the name escapes me at the minute, but he was a Marine who was getting ready to go deploy to World War II, and he came across a legend, Sergeant John Basilone. And, in this book, it goes on to detail how, they fought on Iwo Jima together, and goes into graphic detail of the heroic things that Basilone did. And obviously that's, the same battle that the legend was struck down in. But this young Marine, before he gets there, when he's still back in California training, he's going through this training, and it's a moment that any service member, especially any service where the reality is you're probably going to be on the ground, boots in sand, and you have a high likelihood of meeting the enemy face to face. When you're going through that training, you're like, I'm just going to bite somebody's face off. And that's the point of the training. Like, the point is to get you psychologically amped up to where you are ready to go and just do the most messed up stuff to the enemies of your country. Not because you are a killer in the sense of a sociopathic killer, but because you love your country that much, because these people, given the opportunity, would come to your neighborhood and chop up your children. Let's not get this twisted. Like all these people that want, war's bad, the service guys are bad. You need to go jump off a dam bridge.
A big one. A
big bridge with no water underneath it.
In fact, great white sharks not in the water, just looking for something to drink.
Right. If you are anti-military and anti-soldier, anti-veteran, and like I saw this one video on Facebook the other day of this lady like cussing this guy because he was a veteran, and how dare you ask for a discount? Lady, I hope you choke on a chicken McNugget and die.
Hashtag truth.
Like, that ain't even mean. Like, you have zero respect for the hundreds of thousands of men and women who have died to give you the freedom to eat at McDonald's. Boy, let me tell you. She don't even know. So anyway, back to my original point. Stuff like that, though, man, it eats under my skin. Like, really? You care so little about human life that you're like, you don't deserve nothing. Well, you know what you deserve to do? You deserve to go to Iran and get dropped off in the middle of Sharia law and see how long your little pretty white fanny lasts. That's what you deserve. You deserve to go get dropped off in Somalia and see how long you and your little McDonald's non-discounting wanting piece of crap face last.
You okay?
I'm trying to be okay. Like I'm. If you think that was harsh, ladies and gentlemen, that was like super filter on.
Yeah, that was censored.
That was incredible. I was trying to keep it clean. Anyway, I'm sorry. I can't believe we went on a tangent.
Tell me about the sergeant.
So when you're in that mode, though, you have to get psychologically prepared to do the things that you have to do necessary for your country. But you can't negate training and think just because I'm amped up, I'm just ready to kill, that prepares you for what the reality of war is. It takes that training, whether it's in war, whether it's in business, whether it's in medicine. Like, you think every doctor that's like year one medical school, I'm ready to save lives. Like, they're all amped. I want to do open heart surgery today. I'm here to bring people from the dead. Like, that is, but to get to those levels, to do the things that they have to do, like, that's the execution, that's the excitement, motivation that you need. But just because you have that level of motivation, that doesn't guarantee success. You have to go through that training. You have to take the time to have the lessons taught to you to be successful. So this young Marine, he's like, I'm ready to just, this is World War II. So I'm just going to tell you what he said. I'm ready to go slap a Jap. Well, his training sergeant come up to him and he's like, oh, really? Really? You're ready to go do that? I don't think you are. Let me tell you something. I don't like the Japanese, but I respect them as warriors. Why? Well, the average Japanese soldier has 5 years combat experience. How much do you have, young Marine? Oh, none. That's right. The average Japanese soldier is held to a higher standard of honor where they refuse to surrender. It is better to die. I'd rather drive my plane into your aircraft carrier, into a ball of burning flames, and bash into a million pieces before I lose my honor. Are you ready to do that? The average Japanese soldier goes through training that you would call inhumane, that our Congress wouldn't allow me to do to you. Are you ready for that? So, young Marine, I'm going to train you how to succeed. I'm going to train you how to defeat the enemy, but do not for a second take for granted the Jap, because he will kill you. See, the reality is that although we glamorize things like war, success, because we see it through this filter of a lens of film and movies and stories. And yes, these things move us, and yes, they are tools to connect with people, but we have to be aware of the reality that reality is much, much different than a movie. It is harder, it is grittier, it is more unforgiving. Listen, when people come to me and whether it was my little brothers or there's some of their friends or just people that I knew, when they come to me, oh, I'm getting ready to join the service. And I'm ready to go. That's great. I'm glad you're excited. I want you to serve your country. But the majority of people are not prepared for the realities that wars bring. They're not prepared to see their friend get blown to bits. They're not prepared to walk through a field hospital and see somebody's brains hanging off a table. They're not prepared to live with the daily reality of every second that I live and breathe in this war zone, there is a multitude of people who are willing, ready, and able to kill me. That stress, that reality is not something that they want to start. They want to think this is going to be a movie. I'm going to go and I'm going to be some war here. I'm going to be Chris Kyle. Well, guess what? Unless you are that level, that's not your story. The reality is war is a very, very dangerous place. War is a place that people's sons and daughters don't come back from. Mothers and fathers don't come back from. So stop living in the story. Okay, Caleb, you've gone on this war tangent for a minute. What's all this mean back to business? Well, business is the same way. If I'm all hyped up, Josh, I'm going to start this business.
Oh, yeah.
And we're going to make $1 million.
How are we going to do it?
I don't know, but we're going to do it. And then we take our product or our service to the marketplace and we get the dog crap kicked out of us. What does that mean? Well, that means we didn't train. That means we weren't prepared. That means that we just took all this hyped, like 90% of entrepreneurs, with no business plan, no real business model to make a profit. And we just, we gonna do it. Because we were under the illusion of life's a story. Listen, you don't get a bow at the end of this box. You get stomped in the head. Like, the only place that's even close to as unforgiving as a war zone, it's called the marketplace. Bottom line, I don't know if anybody said that, but I'm going to trademark that one. The only place that is even close to as unforgiving as a war zone is the marketplace. Yes, you may not lose your physical life, but you're going to sure as hell lose your financial life. You're going to lose your hopes and dreams. Unless you get trained. Like, I'm not talking, I went and trained for a week.
Right. I went to a boot camp, Caleb. I went into a sales training session.
Yeah, 90-day mastery. You can't master nothing in 90 days except how to maybe go to the bathroom by yourself.
So how do they train for it?
Oh, there's numerous ways to train for it, but I mean, we've gone over most of them in the show previous to this, and I'm not trying to beat a dead horse here, but you train for them by you go get some books and you read them. Where can you get them at, Josh?
A library.
For free. And if you want to own the book so you can highlight and take notes, which I highly suggest, you can go to thriftbooks.com.
Books, Amazon.
Amazon. But Thrift Books is where I go for a lot of my books. If it's an older book, you can get it for like $3.
Can't beat that.
$3 a book, really? Like, that's as much as a large fry at McDonald's. So you get these books and you study them, you highlight them, you note take, and then the most important part, you execute. That's how you train. You execute and you execute and you execute and you execute. And then you go, oh, I guess I might have a good idea here. And you've executed this many times, and guess what? You still haven't taken it to the marketplace. Why? Because you're not ready. Listen, I'm not somebody who says, don't go to the marketplace or don't execute. You need to study. Now, you execute a lot. Because the second you take it in the marketplace, that's when your money's on the line. Right, Josh?
Oh, yeah.
So let's talk about a couple people who maybe their story, the quote-unquote cards they were dealt in life, weren't quite Disney level.
Right. So, yeah, if y'all don't believe us,
here's a little
here's some examples.
Social proof.
Favorite part of the show.
Dun, dun, dun.
So, Caleb.
Yes.
You may have heard of this small-time company.
No, I haven't.
They went to the marketplace.
I ain't heard of them. Don't you lie to me.
To produce a better cup of coffee.
It's not about the coffee.
Yeah. Call them Starbucks. So there's this guy, CEO of Starbucks.
What's his name?
Howard Schultz.
Mr. Schultz.
Howard Schultz grew up in a housing complex for the poor, Caleb.
What? No, he didn't. You can't be rich and have started from nothing unless you playing the NFL or NBA.
Right. Well, he did.
What, isn't he white?
Yes, he is.
He gets white privilege then, right?
Oh, no, it's much different. So Mr. Schultz, he has a net worth of $2 billion, Caleb.
What?
For selling coffee.
No.
Yes. So Mr. Schultz grew up in a housing complex for the poor. Ended up working his butt off and getting a football scholarship to Northern Michigan.
Wait. How did he get a football scholarship if he's white?
Yeah, he had to work his butt off.
Oh, he had to work?
Yeah.
Weird.
Yep.
Weird. I think that might be a commonality between the stories tonight.
Oh, and he keeps working. Don't worry. He so after his time at Northern Michigan, he went to work for Xerox. I don't know if you guys know what Xerox is, but that's a copying machine company.
A big company, right? The one of those evil corporate conglomerates that's holding everybody down, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Big time corporation.
Okay.
The man.
The man.
So shortly after he went to Xerox, he acquired Starbucks when it was about 60 stores.
Well, and that is
No, I mean, in the scheme of corporations, that's not huge.
now, to the small business owner, 60 stores sounds like a lot. But we're also talking coffee shops. Like, this isn't 60 restaurants.
It's not 60 aviation companies.
Right. It's 60 coffee shops.
Right. So,
who really hadn't done a whole tremendous lot at this point.
Right. I'm willing to bet those 60 were somewhere in the Northwest, close to Seattle, where it was.
Right.
So,
and he, coming from Xerox, he's not a guy that came from money.
Right.
And he worked at Xerox for a short time before acquiring them. So obviously the company wasn't just like booming because he wouldn't have the money to buy them.
Right. So, how many stores do you think they got now, Caleb?
I'm just going to throw out a rounded number of. I'm going to shoot high. Okay, you ready?
Okay, yeah, go for it.
10,000. That sounded okay. I was way off. I could tell by your face.
Yeah.
17,000.
Well, that's closer. I'll give you that. How about 23,768 stores worldwide for a poor boy who had to work his ass off to get a football scholarship?
So wait a minute. You're telling me some poor white dude from the projects now owns 23,000 stores across the world? What's his net worth?
$2 billion.
That doesn't even, that's no Walt Disney story to me.
There's no genie in that lamp. Just some dust he had to blow out so he could boil.
Gotta make some coffee tonight.
Yeah, boil a pot of water for his coffee. All right, social proof number 2.
Numero dos.
This guy is
bilingual, folks.
This guy is near and dear to our hearts.
Yes, I already know who you're gonna say, and go Jags.
Bold City, baby. So. There's this.
We love your beer, by the way.
Right,
Bold City, if you're listening.
Mad Manatee.
IPAs.
So, Shad Khan, and our fellow listeners not living in the beautiful city of Jacksonville,
Florida,
may not know who Shad Khan is, but Shad Khan.
I don't know how, if I don't know how you don't, because it's not just Jacksonville that he owns. He owns quite a bit.
Right, and we'll get to that. Shad Khan is a billionaire who owns the Jacksonville Jaguars. So he's got a net worth of $3.8 billion, but his story wasn't always so, Caleb.
What?
Right.
No, he's like some rich foreign guy that just came and bought a football team.
Oh, no, he is foreign. Actually, he came to the U.S. from Pakistan, and he worked as a dishwasher for $1.20 an hour.
No, you're lying.
Yeah, and put himself through college.
Listen, you can't work for $1.20 an hour and somehow find success, Josh.
Oh, you can, but you got to work.
No. Listen.
You can't show up for $1.20.
He is like the rats in the Cinderella story. He doesn't get rich because he doesn't have a fairy godmother.
No,
he's working for $1.20 an hour, sewing some dresses and getting Cinderella fat.
Right. But now Khan owns Flexingate, which is an automotive parts manufacturing company. It's like one of the largest privately held companies. And like I said, he owns the Jacksonville Jaguars and a Premier League soccer team.
What?
Yeah, so not bad for a Pakistani refugee washing dishes.
Making $1.20 an hour.
Yeah. I mean, he had to put some elbow grease into it, though.
Oh, he had to put a whole lot of... he wasn't just making $1.20 an hour and then just somehow gained success. He did $1.20 an hour, was also going to school full time, then worked his way to create enough income, and I'm not going to go into the full details of the story, and then got the automotive manufacturing company, and boom, got the Jaguars, then went and bought Listen, I know that probably the majority of the people that listen to the show are Americans and don't know much about soccer. But the exclusivity of the NFL owners is comparable to the exclusivity of the Premier League soccer team owners. Like, Premier League soccer is worldwide. Outside the United States, the other 6 continents, are massive fans. We're talking some of the most expensive money-making teams in the world. So he owns an NFL team, he owns a Premier League team, and he owns one of the most profitable, privately held organizations in the world.
Yeah.
And when he started, he was making what?
$1.20.
Whew. Man, these Cinderella stories keep getting better and better.
Yeah. And, okay, if those two didn't do it for you, I got a bonus round.
Lightning round.
Woo! Double Jeopardy. I'm going to butcher this guy's name. I can already tell. Kerkorian. Mr. Kerkorian dropped out of school around 8th grade.
What?
To become a boxer.
Ba, 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 ba.
Cinderella Man.
I feel like some Eminem should be playing in the background.
Right, like 8th Mile.
Yeah.
Anyway, during World War II,
what if you got one chance?
He worked for the British Royal Air Force.
One opportunity.
Sorry. I was going to go straight to the end. He eventually became one of the largest developers in Las Vegas and had a net worth of $3.9 billion.
So you're telling me that somebody who didn't go to college.
No, didn't go to high school.
Yeah. The golden gate to success, right, Josh?
Oh, yeah.
We got to go get us some colleges,
right? Yeah. You can't read and write if you don't go get your GED.
Oh, man. But he so happened to have the ability to teach himself certain skills.
Yep.
How do you go from 8th grade, becoming a professional boxer, rising up through the ranks? I forgot his nickname. Something like, I don't know. I'm not even going to say it because I don't want to butcher it. And then in World War II, you go and work for the Royal British Air Force, and then somehow transition from middle school dropout, professional boxer, Royal Air Force worker, to Las Vegas developer who developed some of the biggest resorts in Las Vegas. How's that happen? I guess he had a genie, Josh.
He must have. I wish I could find these magic lamps these three people had.
I just want a fairy godmother. Listen, right. I'm telling you right now, like, I'd cry tears in a little vial every night if that's what, like, Federer or something. Right. I don't know how to get one. I wish I had one. My only option...
Drink my tears, Gypsy.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, my only option is, like, work 16, 18 hours a day.
You know what?
Not getting paid for most of it.
I think that's the secret.
But, you know, it seems to be gaining some traction, strangely enough. You know, and if you go to therebellionshow.com, you can see where the story, kind of the back story or history of the show and how it came to be, should be posted now. There's a Learn More button under the Rebels is the title of the page that it kind of says who me and Josh are and what we're about. And then there's a Learn More button. If you go to that, it'll give you a little bit of the backstory of how the show came to be. But to tie this all up into one little pretty bow, like Disney does oh so well.
Beautifully.
The story of your life isn't about a genie. It isn't about magic. It is about one thing. Putting in the work. And the work isn't just about gaining knowledge. That's step one. Step one, gain some knowledge. Go read like 15 books and see how much, like, if you will just, Josh, I don't know how else to get this through to our listeners. If you go and read, let's start with 5. Go read 5 books about business, marketing, advertising, how people have started movements, and self-help. Go read one book on each of those subjects. I guarantee 100% you will be a different person at the end of it. You cannot stay the same. Why? Because as you gain knowledge, as you expand your mind, the only option that is left to you is to execute on those ideas. So, as you execute on those ideas, as you expand your mind and you're like, I don't want to execute. Don't worry. Execute. I promise you. Iteration number 1, Josh, how did iteration number 1 go for us?
Oh, God, it was really bad.
Brutal.
Yeah, it was not good.
Like, I heard and I love my mother, and I heard her playing it for somebody the other day. Episode 1 of The Rebellion. I wanted to cry. I literally went into the room and I was
Slapped the phone out of her.
I was like, why are you giving him, like, let him hear episode number 5 first so they just don't quit on us. That's how bad episode number 1 was. But we leave it up. We have it as a testimony of just execute. Do it. Just try. Just complete one thought. And guess what? The next time you complete the second thought, it'll be better. And then when you complete thought number 3, it'll be better. Thought number 4, 5, 6, 10, 20, 30, 40. When you get to thought number 250, my God.
It might be decent.
You're going to be working with some oil, some gas, some gasoline. So, there's your bow, guys. Knowledge plus execution equals happy ending. There's no magic. There's no genie. The story of your life goes like this. It's going to be some hard work. You're going to get pissed.
That's good rhyming, Caleb.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Oh, God.
It's that time.
Is it? Okay. Guys,
Thank you.
thanks. If you enjoyed this episode, or if you don't, go leave us a review on iTunes.
Please. It's the only way we open more eyes.
Right. Go check us out on therebellionshow.com.
And due to popular demand, the YouTube channel has now been launched. So just go if you're not into podcasts.
Right. Or if you have a friend that's not.
Yeah. And they're like, oh, I don't have iTunes and I don't want to download that Stitcher stuff.
Check us out on YouTube.
YouTube. That's where we're at. Boom. The Rebellion. Search it.
Find it. Click it. Subscribe to it.
Yeah. Leave us a comment there too.
Yeah. Why not? So anyway.
I hate to say goodbye. It's such a sad time.
It's fun for us. Anyway.
So thank you for all that have listened. Thank you for all the reviews, all the love, all the downloads. Please continue to share it with people of like-mindedness. And you know what? Share it with people who don't like us. We're okay with that too, because maybe, just hopefully, we'll change their mind. We'll see the light. So guys, one last thing. You keep fighting the good fight, and we will keep leading the rebellion. Good night. Love you. See you next week.